Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you for the final night from Fort Stockton in Texas. And I have, can you look at the camera? Say hi. Zeffie's sitting here with me. She's giving me a talking to, so if you hear her whining, it's because I've left her twice by herself in the RV today, and she is not a happy camper. So yesterday when we got here, the temperature was like in the 80s and the overnight low was like in the 60s. So it was very, very warm in here last night. It didn't get below 65 in the RV, which for me is hot, especially after all the other nights. Today, the temperature did not get above 57 the whole day, and the overnight low is meant to be in the 40s. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get to sleep tonight, because last night I didn't get a lot of sleep because it was just way too warm. But woke up, normal time, 6 o'clock, expecting to sleep in, not going to happen. Heard people out muscling around, and it's like pitch black outside at 6 o'clock in the morning, pitch black. There was this heavy cloud cover over us, which wasn't helping at all. And I looked out again just a couple of minutes before 7 o'clock, and where I can look out through my window, it looks over where Zeffie's friend Archie was camping. And they were up ready to go, and at 7 o'clock on the dot, they were pulling out. It was still pitch black. And I was like, wow. And so at that point, I got up, let Zeffie out of her crate, and then we went back to bed and had our morning snuggles. And we finally emerged probably around 9:30. Yeah, it was just sort of like, I just needed to, the body just needed to relax. The allergies have been going crazy the last couple of days, the last few days. So I just needed to, took some more of my, my Tri-Ease for the allergy stuff. Took some more of that. Gonna take some more before I go to bed tonight. So we just had a quiet day today. We went out to the dog park this morning and had a run around there and a walk around the campground. Went back out around lunchtime, did another big walk around the campground. And then I thought, and I had my accountability call this morning as well. Always good to do those. Love talking with YT and keeping me up to date on what's happening and all of that, and thoughts that are processing through my head on ideas and stuff I want to do and all that sort of thing. And then I just didn't realize I don't have, here it is, I found it. It's missing a piece of paper, a very important piece of paper. And then I got stuck in working on creating some deals with the Holland America cruises to be able to take advantage of their current special, which is, and I did not write it all down. So their current special is $25 deposit on select cruises. All right, here it is. So $25 deposit on select sailings, and if you get a veranda or above, you get free Wi-Fi as well. Then they also have the veranda view and veranda promotion, which is combinable with the $25 deposit, which gives you a free stateroom upgrade, free onboard credit up to $500 per stateroom, free reduced fare for kids, 10% off shore excursions, plus if you book a suite, you'll get prepaid gratuities. And I'm like, holy, yeah, it sounds good. So we've also come up where we're adding in dinners. So we're also doing Pinnacle Grill dinner for two, or a Pinnacle Grill lunch, or Pinnacle Grill dinner, and which is their steakhouse. And we're also throwing in the Canalito dinner as well, which is their Italian one on board. So so we've been putting together these cruises, and these ones we've gone with the longer ones because I've been getting requests for longer cruises. So we've got things like Spitsbergen and Iceland fjords for 21 days. We've got Mediterranean Mosaic for 12 days. Let's see what else have we got in here. Norwegian fjords and Baltic jewels. That's a 21-day one. We've got 12 days of ancient empires that goes in and out of Barcelona. This one here sounds really, really cool. 40 days. It's a 40-day cruise. And I just lost my place. South Pacific, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah. It leaves from Seattle and ends in Auckland. So that's a repositioning cruise taking place in September of this year. And then we have one in April of next year where it's leaving Sydney and coming to Seattle, and that's a 28-day cruise. And so we've come up with these ones, and you've got the, so we can take advantage of the $25 deposit and the only rooms that we're got now deals are verandas or suites. So you got the $25 deposit, you'll get the free Wi-Fi. If you book the suite, you get the gratuities. Plus you get the stateroom upgrade, the free onboard credit up to $500. You get the reduced fare for kids if you have kids going with you, 10% shore excursions, and you get the dinner for two in their Pinnacle Grill and the dinner for two in the Canaletto. So, So now I just have to put them together and get them online so you guys can see them. It's just, it's been a crazy, crazy day putting that all together. And then it was sort of like, okay, I've got the deals worked out. I just have to put them online. But laundry has to get done. So I went over to the laundry today, 4 loads of washing machines and dryers, but then I separate by fabric. So like all the nylons over nylons, they go into one washing machine because they dry really, really fast. So like they just need 15 minutes in the dryer, they're done, and then I can split the other loads. And then I had one that was just towels and face cloths and one particular dog's blanket that got thrown up on. Wonder whose that was. Zeph. Oh, she even learned a new trick today. I'll tell you about that in a moment. And then just got the other clothes done as well. Had great conversations with people. And like, so this morning, everybody, it's like, I'm in this section of the RV park where it's, they're transient sites. Their long-term sites are over the other side of the dog park. And so the side that I'm on, transient sites. So by 10 o'clock this morning, there was myself and 4 other RVs. There was like a mass exodus. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. At around 1 o'clock, they started coming in. I was on the phone with YT doing my accountability call. In the first 15 minutes we were on that call, I counted 8. So in 15 minutes, 8 45-foot RVs, all with tow cars on the back, go past around here to go and park. The place is now packed. And when I was over at the office checking on where to go to get propane tomorrow to get my propane tank filled, because they can fill it here at the RV park, they still had 3 reservations to come in, and then that means all this whole transient area tonight will be sold out. There may be 1, maybe 2 sites, but apart from that, it's also, so we've gone from ghost town at 10 o'clock this morning to being fully packed this afternoon tonight. And so, of course, I thought when I went over to do my laundry, I thought, oh, just the middle of the day and all that. Yeah, no, people are coming in because they've just arrived. They've got everything set up. Oh, let's go to get the laundry done. Met this one great couple who left Florida 7 days ago. They're here. They're on their way to Phoenix. So they're basically doing the route that I'm going to be doing, but they're doing it in reverse. And they actually came from San Antonio through today. For me, that's a little too far to go in one day. That was like, it's almost 300 miles, if I remember correctly. I think it's almost 300 miles, and yeah, it's over 300 miles, 101, like 312 miles, and that's just, I mean, yesterday was 232, and that was sort of like, yeah, I've got one coming up that's 234, and that's like my absolute limit. I am not going over that. So tomorrow I'm doing 194 to Junction, Texas, but this couple are driven through from San Antonio today. Their vehicle is 3 feet shorter than this one and a lot newer, so it's got a lot more better way newer. So it's got all the better features and stuff in there that they can drive a little faster and that sort of stuff as well. And they have a smart car that they tow. And he was talking about how dirty it gets and all of that one good thing, and somebody suggested he put a golf cart cover over top of his smart car because it would probably fit. And then he was at a gas station getting filled up, and this guy says, my ride on mower is bigger than your car. But it was good, just standing there talking with people as I'm folding my laundry and stuff, and they're coming in to get their laundry done. So I was glad I got there when I did, because by the time people started coming in, my 4 washing machines were empty, and I was onto the dryers. And I was emptying out the dryers like every 15 minutes, checking, because there's some materials that will dry a lot faster than others. And so, especially with the nylons over nylons, you put them in 15 minutes, they're dry. And then you can split the bigger loads down into smaller loads too, and get in and out of there, get everything dried. I think I only had 2 dryers that went for the full 45 minutes. All the other ones are around 30 minutes. I don't know what she's doing. She's climbing behind me. You gonna say hi? So we did some training today, and we brought out the big black bowl. And the big black bowl, we sit down on the floor, and it's about I don't know if you can hear her. It's about 6 inches high, and we turn it upside down, and I was teaching her to put feet on. And she did very, very well. As soon as I get the treat to bring her on, she'll put her 2 paws on there, she'd get the treat. And I go, good, feet on, good. And then after a while, I was giving her the signal to get feet on. And at one point, she sat there, and she's sitting there, and all of a sudden, she dives forward with her 2 feet together, boom, right on the bowl. Like, smack bang in the middle of it. I did it. And I was like, yes, you did. So she was very good today, but she didn't like the fact that I had to leave for an hour and a half to go do laundry. She was sitting up on the dash watching for me when I came back. And of course, I was here probably about 20-30 minutes, about half an hour before I headed over to the Roadrunner Cafe, which is here at the campground. And when I posted about my trip into the Fleetwood Bounder group, some of them came back and said, oh yeah, we've stayed at that park. They've got a really great cafe there, or a really great restaurant. Their chicken fried steak's really, really good. So I decided to try the chicken fried steak without the gravy, because most gravies have onions in it, so rather safe than sorry. But you had a choice of a cream gravy or a brown gravy. I chose no gravy, and had it with fried okra and French fries, and it came with a biscuit. And I'll tell you, I'm not much of a biscuit fan, and for you New Zealanders, we're talking scones, or scoons as the Americans call them. And and I always say this, that was the best buttermilk biscuit I have had here in the States, hands bar none. I mean, it was the best. I've never had one that's been so light, so fluffy. It was just a really good buttermilk biscuit. It was yum. And the chicken fried steak, even without the gravy, was crunchy on the outside and moist and tender on the inside. It was amazing. So really do recommend that if you are staying here at the Fort Stockton RV Park, that you do go to that restaurant there. I think it was $12.70, and I got the meal with the 2 sides, and then ice cream was included as well. So didn't think that was too bad for dinner. And so I came back, and when I was walking back, this one here was sitting up on the dashboard again, looking out the window, because that's the way I went, and she's watching until I come back. And she's basically been telling me with her whines and stuff since I got back about how upset she was about the fact that she got left alone. But as soon as we're finished here, we're going to go out for a walk, do her final walk for the night, and then come back in, and we'll start getting some of these deals together so we can get them posted. Tomorrow we are heading to Junction, Texas. Not 100% sure if I have a reservation or not. I know I have a confirmation. I don't know if they changed the dates. They're not very responsive on the phone. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow, but we've got 194 miles to go tomorrow. So we're going to get out here as soon as we can in the morning. I don't know if you can see her down there. You say hi. You got the hiccups now, have you? Oh, you got kisses. Oh. So it'll be an interesting day tomorrow, but I'm going to say everything's going to turn out fine. It doesn't matter. It's all going to work out, because I am sending the intention that it is going to be a great day for driving tomorrow. We're going to have very little traffic, and I don't know if you can see her back there, but she's tucked in behind me again. She, for some reason, when I'm sitting here, she likes to tuck herself in behind me. Like her back end will sit there, and her head and her, I don't know if you can actually, I don't know if I can get the right angle here, but she's actually right down there behind me. But that's where she likes to sit, so I don't get to sit back. So my intention for tomorrow is we're going to have another phenomenal day of driving. The weather's going to be fantastic. We're going to have very little traffic out there. We're going to have zero wind. Kathy's, yeah, if you guys haven't seen what Kathy Baxter has been doing on my Facebook wall with Zeffy, you got to go check out these little videos that she's posting there with Zeffy talking. They're absolutely hilarious. I don't know how she does it. I don't know where she got it from. And the voice she has got is just what I would picture Zeffy talking if she could talk. They are hilarious. So she keeps me highly entertained by posting these little videos. So go check out my Facebook page. Look, search for Kathy Baxter on my Facebook page, and you will see these little videos she's done with Zeffy talking. So my intentions for tomorrow: great day of travel, good weather, zero wind, little traffic. Road conditions are going to be great. And when we get to there, it's going to be a great park, a great RV park, and everything will be sorted out, and I don't have to worry about my reservation because it's all taken care of. So, but before we leave in the morning, we do have to fill up with propane. And I was actually in the office tonight checking on where I have to go to get that filled up. And there's a little notice there on the wall that says, if you were heading east on the I-10, the next gas station is 100 miles. I'm like, there's not a lot of gas stations. So that's going to be an interesting drive. But I filled up before I left El Paso. I've only done 232 miles on this tank. Actually, no, 4 miles less than that because the gas station was 4 miles down the road. So 228 miles, and I usually get somewhere around 300 to 400 miles in my tank, depending on whether I go to a quarter or just under a quarter. So I usually fill up when I get around a quarter tank. So, yeah, I've got enough to get to Junction with no problem. Yeah, so that's not going to be an issue. But anyway, we're out of here. I've got to go take a dog for a walk so she can do her thing. Hey, you want to go for a walk, Zeph? She hasn't quite fully comprehended the walk thing yet. When I tell her if we're going to go for a walk, if we're going outside, she just sort of like looks at me and then goes off and does other things. Maybe one day she'll understand because I keep saying, come on, let's go outside or let's go for a walk. And we follow up with going outside and going for a walk. And when I ask her if she wants to go out or a walk, she just looks at me and goes back to what she was doing. It'll suddenly click on her one day. Anyway, that's it from me for today. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. I'm off to enjoy my evening. Bye. Hei konara.